What's up, ballers? Jacob here with All Drive No Drop, talking about the 11Six24 Hurache-X Control Plus and Hurache-X Control Kevlar. I know, I had to memorize that. It was very hard. But we're talking about 126 for the Control Plus, and then for the Control Kevlar, we're talking 135. Pretty good prices in today's market, if you ask me. And I'm excited to get into this one, the Kevlar, as it just dropped, and then I haven't released a review on the Control Plus, but I enjoy both. I'll break down the specs and then get into the gameplay thoughts and how they play differently, because they do perform differently. Same shape, same handle length, everything, but the surfaces they use do make them play very differently. Let's jump into the specs. All right, so let's jump into those specs. The Hurache-X Control Kevlar is a thermoformed unibody paddle with perimeter edge foam, and it is an elongated shape. So the surface is 100% Kevlar for the top layer, and then there are 3 layers of carbon fiber underneath. Dimensions 16.5 inches by 7.5 inches, 16 millimeter core. They are coming out with a 14 millimeter Kevlar version as well. And then we have an average weight of 8.1 ounces. Handle length is 6 inches. Grip circumference is 4.125. My swing weight came in at 118. They're trying to go lower in production. I think they're aiming for 115. Twist weight is 6.35. Pretty good for an elongated paddle. And then the Hurache-X Control Plus, pretty much the same dimensions and everything. The main difference here is we have a carbon fiber on top with a fiberglass under that, and then another layer of carbon fiber. This helps the paddle hit harder for more power and more pop. And then it has a 118 swing weight and a 6.3 twist weight, a little bit lower. They play pretty similar as far as like the twisting goes. We'll talk more in the gameplay how they differ. For the Kevlar version of the Hurache Control, I enjoyed it a lot. So if you like the Control Plus, or you're looking for an elongated paddle that's in the Kevlar version, I think this is a good choice. So it is that softer, more muted feeling that you're used to with Kevlar. Not as soft and muted as the J2K from Honolulu and the 6-year-old Ruby. I think this is more on the ends where it's elongated and just has a smaller hitting surface, so you're not going to get as soft and muted of a feeling, but it's still pretty soft, a lot softer than a carbon fiber paddle. Dwells on the paddle face a little longer. My drives and my drops felt really comfortable with this paddle. You get a little bit more spin than the Control Plus version. Dwells on the face a little bit longer. Really smooth dinking, and then resets and blocks are where it shines quite a bit above the Control Plus. It's just a little bit easier to block and reset because the ball doesn't bounce off the face as much. It doesn't twist as much. Their twist weights are pretty similar, but this one seemed to have a little bit of advantage in the sweet spot and in the twisting when blocking those faster drives. It does have less pop and power. For me, finishing power wasn't too big of a deal. That was least noticeable for just overall performance. The pop difference is very noticeable. So if you're someone that really depends on the pop in firefights, you will notice that. For me, I do like a little bit of pop on my paddles, but some people just don't like it because it affects their control. So that's just the facts to consider for your decision in getting this paddle. Besides that, overall performance on the court, I was very happy with this paddle. I think if you're looking for an elongated Kevlar paddle, this is a great option, great price. So the Control Plus paddle plays a little bit more aggressive. It has more power, more pop. It's basically an elongated double black diamond with more power and more pop, and it has that stiffer feeling just like the DBD. So if you're looking for something like that, then this is the right fit. It helps get you more depth on your serves and your drives than the Kevlar version, a little bit more finishing power, both in overheads and in pop and firefights. So it just is a little bit harder to control. Sometimes I felt like I was popping a little bit more dinks up, or, just not placing the shot just correctly just because it's popping off the face a little bit more. It definitely is still an all-court paddle, but it leans more towards the power spectrum, where I would say the Kevlar version is truly more just an all-court paddle and really just smack dab in the middle of between control and power for if you're classifying it on the scale of paddles. So let's jump into the conclusion and find out what my recommendation is. So the Control Plus hits pretty hard, 54.2 miles on the serve, and then 35.5 on the pop, both above average numbers. Like the Ruby and the J2K, I get around 53.8 for the Ruby and 53.7 for the power. So more powerful than those two. And then the Kevlar, it does lose some power, but it's not too bad. It still hits decently hard. It's not going to be a weak paddle. And then the pop is definitely a little bit more muted than its Control Plus brother. Sweet spot is better on the Kevlar than the Control Plus. It's definitely easier to control because on the Control Plus, it pops off the face a lot faster than the Control Kevlar. And then the spin is pretty similar, but I did get more on the Kevlar version, just a little more dwell time. I think that helped add the spin. I do recommend these paddles if you're looking for a good price paddle that's elongated, has that 6-inch handle, and performs well on the court. If you want a paddle that is softer and you want a paddle that has better control, gives you good consistency, has good spin, lets you place your shot, still has enough power to finish, doesn't have too much pop because you don't like that ball popping off your paddle too fast, I think the Control Kevlar version of the Hurache-X is going to be the fit for you. So if that's the type of stuff you're looking for in a paddle, give the Hurache-X Control Kevlar a chance because it is a very solid paddle. I did enjoy my time playing with it. And then if you want more offense out of your paddle, then you're going to want to try the Hurache-X Control Plus and take advantage of that layer of fiberglass, which does provide a lot of pop and power. So if you want to enter the giveaway, please follow the instructions on the screen. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed. I've got a lot of good stuff coming out, and I appreciate you tuning in. Please drop any comments with any questions. I'm always happy to answer. Thank you, and have a great day. Go play some pickleball.